Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video we will discuss on the topic PCR. PCR stands for polymerase chain reaction. So first of all we will understand that why it is called a polymerase chain reaction, because the most important component that is required in this technique is the polymerase enzyme that is used, that is the DNA polymerase that is used. So it is named as polymerase, and it is called as chain reaction because the reaction is not that the reaction doesn't occur in a single cycle, but it is many cycles which occur in a chain or a sequence, we can say. So it is a chain reaction, one after the other, one cycle, then second cycle, then third cycle. Likewise, cycle goes on, and that is why it is called as the chain reaction. This technique of PCR was formulated by Kary Mullis in 1985. It is a known scientist who formulated the technique of PCR. This technique is used to amplify a specific DNA sequence into billions of copies. Means if we have one DNA sequence, suppose this is a long strand of DNA. Okay, DNA is double stranded. So this is long strand of DNA, and we have to know the sequence of this strand. We have to study the sequence, this particular sequence of the DNA. So this particular strand of the DNA, this particular sequence, not strand, this particular sequence of the DNA have to be studied. So in order to study this particular strand, suppose this is a strand which has been isolated from an endangered species, whether it is a plant or an animal, we have isolated this DNA sequence from an endangered species. So every time we cannot disturb that endangered species, or we cannot because they are endangered. Okay, so there is a risk of getting extinct also. So we will take out one DNA sequence from that animal genome, and that this single copy will act as a template, and then this single copy can be amplified and it can be produced into billions and billions of copies, and then it can be stored for future use, so that any research work, any education purpose, if we need that, so that it can be taken out from that library, not from that endangered species. So this is the use of PCR. PCR use is that it is used to amplify means it is used to produce millions and billions of copies of a particular or a specific DNA sequence. For PCR technique we require, suppose we are carrying out a PCR technique, PCR process has been carried out in lab. So for that we require, generally a single PCR technique requires two primers is required, DNA polymerase enzyme is required, DNA template is required. DNA template means the source that we have. Suppose this will act as a DNA template. Okay, so DNA template is the DNA sequence that is being copied or amplified. Then the PCR tube, mineral oil, reaction buffer, and the NTPs. So these are the various requirement of the PCR techniques. Now comes the primers. So what do you mean by primers? Primers means generally two primers are used for a single PCR cycle to occur. For a single PCR cycle to occur, we require two primers. Primers should not be too long or too short. It should not be too long or too short. Primers are basically, these are single stranded. If you have to understand simply what are primers, these are single stranded structures which have nucleotide in them. Okay, they can be A, T, C, G, T, anything, any sequence can be there in the primers. So wherever they get attached in the DNA strand, suppose this is a DNA strand, DNA sequence that we have to copy. So if it will get attached at this position, from this position the DNA will be, the nucleotide will be added as a complementary base pairs. They provide a starting point for the DNA synthesis. There are 15 to 25 nucleotide long. So we have studied they are not too long, not too short. So they are at least 15 to 25 nucleotide long. Generally, the primers that are used in the PCR technique is called as the degenerate primers. Okay, they are generally named as the degenerate primer because we don't know the complete sequence of the DNA strand. If we know only some of the nucleotide sequence of the DNA. So that type of primer are called as the degenerate primers. The primers are generally, if the primers that are used in the PCR technique, firstly they are being prepared. So for the preparation, we should always keep in mind that the GC content should be between 40 to 60% with an even distribution of all the 4 nucleotides. GC content is very important because the GC content, depending upon the GC content, the melting point of the PCR is determined, and all the 4 nucleotides should be in even distribution. Melting temperature of the two primers are used in a single PCR technique. So the melting temperature of the two PCR should not differ by 5 degrees Celsius. There should not be a difference of more than 5 degrees Celsius, and the melting temperature of the amplification product should not differ from those of the primers by 10 degrees Celsius. So this should be kept in mind. This is a very important point about the primers. Then comes the DNA polymerase. The DNA polymerase enzyme that has been used in the PCR technique. This is a biological catalyst, we can say. What are DNA polymerase? DNA polymerase are the biological catalysts which are used in adding the nucleotide to the DNA synthesis. Suppose primers, as I told you, if this is the DNA strand, and from here the primer get attached, and here the primer gets attached, the DNA polymerase will extend the primer up till where it has to copy the synthesize the nucleotide, and the DNA polymerase will add the nucleotide. So simply primers act as the starting point. They guide the DNA polymerase to tell that it is the starting point. From here the nucleotide has to be added, and DNA polymerase extends the primer till the nucleotide have to be added, and then it goes on adding the nucleotides. This is the work of DNA polymerase enzyme. So the main work is been done by DNA polymerase, and so the technique is also named as polymerase. Generally in the PCR technique, the DNA polymerase that is being used is heat stable. They are heat stable because in the DNA technique, in the PCR technique, if you will study later on the technique steps of PCR, there you will know that there are various variations, means there is difference of temperature is occurring. First step में there is a high temperature about 95 degrees Celsius. Second step में cooling occurs, then heating occurs, and then the last step is 70 to 75 degrees. So there is a lot of variation in temperatures. High temperatures are also there. So the DNA polymerase that is been generally used should be heat stable. They should not get denatured with the temperature getting high or temperature getting low. Widely used DNA polymerase in the PCR technique is the tag polymerase. Generally, the tag polymerase is used in the PCR technique. Tag polymerase, the name tag is given because of the bacteria from where it is isolated, that is the Thermus aquaticus, 94 degrees Celsius. It can resist 94 degrees Celsius. Then second is PFE, that is Pyrococcus furiosus, BSTE, that is Bacillus thermophilus, and then THE, Thermus thermophilus. So these are the various type of DNA polymerase that has been used in the PCR technique, and these various polymerase, generally among the 4, tag polymerase is known to be used more. Then the third requirement for the PCR technique is the DNTPs. So basically, what are DNTPs? DNTP full form is deoxynucleotide triphosphate. So these are generally the building blocks of DNA, we can say. DNA or RNA ka building blocks of the DNA RNA is the DNTPs. DNTPs are the nucleoside triphosphate containing deoxyribose. Means when we had studied the concept of nucleotide, nucleoside. So nucleoside generally consists of the nitrogenous bases with the sugar, Okay, so these are the nucleoside triphosphate containing the deoxyribose. These are triphosphate, means 3 phosphate group are attached to it, to the nucleoside containing the deoxyribose. Members of DNT, generally this is of the DNA. Members of the DNTPs includes, if it is the adenine, it is deoxyadenosine triphosphate. If it is thymine, then it is deoxythymidine triphosphate. If it is cysteine, then it is deoxycysteine triphosphate, and for the guanine it is deoxyguanosine triphosphate. Then comes the steps of the PCR reaction. So there are various steps of PCR reaction. Basically, one single cycle of PCR consists of 3 successive reactions. First step is the denaturation, second is the primer annealing, and third is the DNA synthesis. So first is the denaturation. Denaturation means breakdown means what? Breakdown means unwinding of the DNA. Okay, so here the DNA sequence which is the template, हम लोग जिसको टेम्पलेट के हिसाब से DNA को लिए होंगे, एक DNA का सीक्वेंस लिए होंगे जो कि हम लोग टेम्पलेट होगा, एज ए टेम्पलेट या फिर हम लोग सिंपली उसको सोर्स बोल सकते हैं. ठीक है, इज हियर द DNA सीक्वेंस विच इज द टेम्पलेट इज अनवाइंड. मतलब यहाँ पे DNA सीक्वेंस जो हम लोग टेम्पलेट के हिसाब से लिए हैं उसको हम लोग अनवाइंड करेंगे. अनवाइंड मीन्स इट हैज़ टू बी ओपनड अप. Temperature is 93 to 95 degrees Celsius. Unwind process means, see, this is the unwinding process. See, this is the DNA sequence, this is the DNA strand. Okay, here this is the unwind form, means open form. The temperature is 92 to 95 degrees Celsius. Then second is, after the DNA strand is unwinded, then the second step is primer annealing. Primer annealing means, if you will understand this बाय अ सिंपल वर्ड, एनेलिंग को अगर हम लोग ये अंडरस्टैंड करें कि प्राइमर जाके DNA स्ट्रैंड जहाँ पर अनवाइंड हो चुका है, वहाँ पर जहाँ से हम लोग को न्यूक्लियोटाइड को लगाना है DNA के स्ट्रैंड में, वहाँ पर जाके लग जाएगा, मीन्स आके अटैच हो जाएगा. तो DNA प्राइमर एनेलिंग मीन्स वी कैन ऑल्सो से प्राइमर अटैचिंग. ओके, जनरली द टैग पॉलीमरेज कैन ओनली मेक DNA इफ इट इज़ गिवन अ प्राइमर. तो प्राइमर इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. प्राइमर इज़ द वन दैट मार्क्स द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट, कि यहाँ से हम लोग को न्यूक्लियोटाइड का सीक्वेंस लगाना है DNA में. सो दैट इज़ प्राइमर. प्राइमर प्रोवाइड द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट फॉर DNA सिंथेसिस. प्राइमर आर देन एक्सटेंडेड बाय पॉलीमरेज. हम लोग जो टैग पॉलीमरेज जनरली यूज़ करते हैं, तो वो पॉलीमरेज फिर क्या करेगा, जाके DNA को प्राइमर को एक्सटेंड करेगा. सपोज दिस इज़ अ DNA टेम्पलेट. ठीक है, ये DNA टेम्पलेट जब अनवाइंड हो गया तो ये एक DNA टेम्पलेट है, ये अगर सेकंड DNA टेम्पलेट है, तो ये प्राइमर जाके लग गया. प्राइमर बाइंड्स टू द टेम्पलेट. यहाँ पर ये दिस इज द प्राइमर, दिस इज द प्राइमर. ओके, प्राइमर लगने के बाद में जब टैग पॉलीमरेज का काम क्या है, वो उसको एक्सटेंड करेगा. ये एक्सटेंड कर दिया, और एक्सटेंड करने के बाद में एक्स्ट्रा न्यूक्लियोटाइड जहाँ पर लगना होगा वो उसको लगा देगा. ओके, मोर न्यूक्लियोटाइड वेर इट हैज़ टू बी एडेड, इट विल एड द न्यूक्लियोटाइड. So polymerase is also more important than the primer, but प्राइमर के बिना पॉलीमरेज कभी भी काम नहीं कर पाएगा. सो इसलिए दोनों ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड इसका जो टेम्परेचर सूटेबल फॉर एनेलिंग इज 50 to 70 डिग्री सेल्सियस. 50 to 70 डिग्री सेल्सियस इज अ सूटेबल टेम्परेचर फॉर एनेलिंग. जब हम लोग 90 to 95 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे हम लोग जब DNA डिनेचुरेशन किए थे, उसके बाद में कूलिंग हुआ, cooling occurs, then after cooling occurs, then again heating occurs 50 to 70 degree Celsius. Then आता है DNA synthesis. The next step is, third step is the DNA synthesis. DNA synthesis में क्या होगा कि raising of temperature occurs so that the tag polymerase extend the primer. तो यहाँ पर क्या होता है कि raising of the temperature, जैसे कि हम इसके पहले वाला स्टेप जो था that is primer annealing, वो था 50 to 70 degree Celsius. लेकिन DNA synthesis जब होगा तब उसका टेम्परेचर होगा 70 to 75 डिग्री सेल्सियस. ओके, द टेम्परेचर इज 70 to 75 डिग्री सेल्सियस फॉर DNA सिंथेसिस. सो टेम्परेचर यहाँ रेज हुआ. टेम्परेचर जब रेज होगा तब DNA पॉलीमरेज जो है, टैग पॉलीमरेज एक्सटेंड करेगा प्राइमर को. न्यू स्ट्रैंड ऑफ DNA आर सिंथेसाइज, जो कि अभी हमने दिखाया. द न्यू डबल स्ट्रैंडेड DNA विच इज फॉर्म्ड एट द एंड ऑफ PCR आर कॉल्ड एम्प्लीकॉन्स. तो अगर हम लोग एक DNA को लेंगे, हम लोग एक DNA स्ट्रैंड को लिए थे, उसको अनवाइंड हुआ, तो दो ठो टेम्पलेट हम लोग को मिला था। 2 ठो टेम्पलेट में यहाँ एक प्राइमर लगेगा, यहाँ एक प्राइमर लगेगा, उसमें फिर टैग पॉलीमरेज उसको एक्सटेंड करेगा और न्यूक्लियोटाइड बनाएगा, तो जिससे कि 2 ठो हम लोग को डीएनए स्ट्रैंड मिलेगा। फिर डबल स्ट्रैंडेड, एक हम लोग जब डबल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए लेंगे, डबल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए हम लोग अगर 1 ठो लेंगे, उससे हम लोग को कितना एम्प्लीकॉन्स मिलेगा। एम्प्लीकॉन्स मतलब क्या, एंड प्रोडक्ट जो हम लोग को पीसीआर में मिलेगा वो मिलेगा 2 ठो। ओके, दिस इज 1, 2 ठो हम लोग को डबल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए मिलेगा। ठीक है, एक डीएनए डबल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए से हम लोग को 2 ठो डबल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए मिलेगा, जिसको हम लोग एम्प्लीकॉन्स भी बोल देंगे। ठीक है, सो यहाँ से हम लोग को ये पता चलता है कि पीसीआर का जो एंड प्रोडक्ट है, जो प्रोडक्ट बनता है वो एक्सपोनेंशियली इंक्रीज होता है। एक्सपोनेंशियली इट इंक्रीजेस, टू द पावर बढ़ता है। ठीक है, प्रोडक्ट। सो देर आर वो कैलकुलेशंस वी विल डिस्कस इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो। Then there are 2 types of PCR. We have to first discuss the types of PCR. There are 2 types of PCR. एक है रियल टाइम PCR, जिसको क्वांटिटेटिव PCR भी बोलते हैं, जिसको RT-PCR भी बोलते हैं या फिर QPCR भी बोलते हैं। RT-PCR का फुल फॉर्म है रियल टाइम PCR, क्वांटिटेटिव PCR और QPCR। एंड द सेकेंड इज द रेस, दैट इज रेस का फुल फॉर्म है रैपिड एम्प्लीफिकेशन ऑफ cDNA एंड्स। सो दिस आर 2 तरीके का PCR टेक्निक है, मीन्स विच वी कैन से दैट दे आर द मॉडिफिकेशंस ऑफ PCRs। ठीक है, तो ये हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे द नेक्स्ट वीडियो। होप यू लाइक दिस वीडियो। दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट द PCR टेक्निक, बेसिक PCR टेक्निक which you have to understand before understanding these 2 techniques. So hope you like this video. Thank you.